Today on the channel, we're going to take a look at the HexGaming Phantom controller. This is their latest and greatest offering for PlayStation 5 as well as PC. A couple years ago, I reviewed their rival controller. It was an amazing controller that had an amazingly high price tag. Things really haven't changed a whole lot as far as that. These are definitely not for the budget conscientious consumers. These are definitely for the people that take gaming absolutely as serious as possible and they want that competitive edge. These are designed specifically for esports players, namely people that are going to be playing fighting games as well as first-person shooters. That's who these are marketed towards. But let's go ahead and open the box and see what we get. MSRP on this bad boy is going to be about $200, which is, yeah, like I said, expensive. You can get a PlayStation 5 digital console for $399. Go ahead and open up the package, see what we have inside. Nice white colorway, it looks like. Controller. What else do we have? These probably are. Yep. 8 interchangeable thumbsticks. A couple little silicone grommets, and a quick start guide. So at first glance, you're going to say, yeah, that looks like a standard PlayStation 5 controller, and you know, you're not wrong. Here's the standard PlayStation 5 controller, side by side, same size, width, and everything. It's just the internals and a couple more fancy features on here. I will notice that, you know, right out of the gate, the old PlayStation 5 controller has, you know, that kind of separated faceplate kind of construction, whereas this, not so much. It's all solid on the front. One front shell piece, not multiple pieces, you know, conjoined together. But we're missing thumbsticks. We got to put some thumbsticks on this bad boy, and this one comes with 8 different thumbsticks we can choose from. We've got 2 regular concave, we've got 2 long widened concave ones, we got 2 long domed, we have 1 dome regular, and then we have 1 concave widened regular, so you can kind of mix and match them. But the standard long concave ones, and just push on there. That's all there is to it. Nothing crazy. Just pops on there, and it feels sturdy. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna like push this thing off. There is the optional joystick protector rings that also come in here. These little silicone bands that you would put around the base of the thumbstick. I personally would never use such a thing, but to each their own. But it's nice that you can, you know, tool in your gaming style and your preferences and your control with these different concave and dome variations, lengths. You can really improve your accuracy as well as your reaction time with this sort of thing. One mix and match. We'll do 1 short dome and 1 concave short. There you go. In line with, you know, what the PlayStation 5's normal length is, but the grip texture on them feels really good. The original HexGaming, you know, rival controller that I reviewed years ago, it was a great controller, but one thing I thought it was lacking for sure was just the texture on their removable thumbsticks. It just felt a little too slippery. This feels just like the OEM to me as far as the grip texture. It's not slimy, super, you know, slippery rubber. This has got a nice grip all the way on the top as well as all the way around the ring. So they did a great job on that. But the grips themselves, we also have some nice rubbery texture, very good grip material. A million times better than just the standard little soft, you know, etching that they have on the OEM controller. This, even with sweaty palms, you're not gonna be dropping this controller. So it's great. Triggers, this is something I'm very impressed with. So the standard PlayStation 5 controller has adaptive triggers back here, which is really cool. You know, allows you to slowly depress the button. Same here, but we can also change it, which is great because earlier models of, you know, HexGaming controllers, it was short triggers, which is great for first-person shooters, Call of Duty type of games. Hair triggers, 1.5 millimeter depressed, so I mean very close actuation. But if you push this button over on each side, now they become adaptive triggers. That's right, see, that goes all the way down in a much longer depress. So if you're playing a racing game, that's great. You no longer have to make that sacrifice if you're playing multiple games. So say I want to play a racing game, adaptive triggers is great. And then I'd go over and play, you know, Call of Duty or something like that. Previous models, you know, you didn't have that choice. You had that hair trigger, which was terrible for acceleration and braking type of things. Of course, as you probably already noticed, we have 4 buttons here on the back side. These are short depress triggers as well. They feel very nice, very clicky. And these are completely programmable. You can customize them and bind them to any kind of button configuration you like, which is fantastic. And you also have a mode button back here, so you can have 6 different profiles set up. So like I said, say you're playing different games, different types of games, fighting, FPS, racing, you name it. You can map these buttons per different profiles and then quickly change with the press of a button. And it also gives you a color LED notification letting you know that, hey, you're on this kind of profile, which is fantastic. You're not gonna have to sit there and guess. But wait, there's more, as Billy Mays would say. So we get this little key that comes in a little carrying case with all the thumbsticks, and you're like, why do I need a key? Well, this is the selling point of the controller, if you ask me. So you place it in here, you know, wedge this little cover off, and then voila, internal workings. You're like, why do I need internal, you know, access? It's because this controller has dry-fix technology that allows you to fine-tune joystick drift. So if for whatever reason you're playing, you don't find the accuracy being what you want, what you desire, what you expect out of the controller, you can come in here with this key and you can literally fine-tune vertical, horizontal orientation, you name it. You can dial this in whatever your heart's desire, and you will never suffer from joystick drift again. Now, me personally, never had an issue with it, but I know there's people out there that just loathe joystick drift. So the fact that you can literally on the fly fine tune it with this key, dial it into your personal preference, is an absolute game changer.
You win!
After several days of testing, I'm happy to report this controller performed absolutely spectacular. No issues whatsoever, no surprises. The dry fix technology is pretty cool, albeit if this controller does what it should, you should never honestly have to use it, but the fact that you can go in there and fine tune the joysticks in case they do drift on you is phenomenal. I absolutely love the triggers. Like I said, being able to switch back and forth between adaptive as well as the hair triggers is super, super helpful, especially when I'm playing multiple different varieties of games. Great controller. At the end of the day, you're gonna be the one that has to make the decision if this is right for you, especially for that price tag, because this is essentially 3 times the cost of a standard PlayStation 5 controller. If you're interested in picking one up, I'll put a product link down in the video description box below. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit the like button, share this video with your friends if you found the information helpful, and as always, thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot.